Hey everyone, it's Armor Gaming. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a video on the Cracklin Quest Monster Survival Dungeon. So here's an interesting thing before we begin and we actually play through this, because I was actually able to get the key. Well, assuming you weren't able to get the key, I believe this is the first time SocialPoint has done this. There's a Cracklin Quest chest available, and during this chest you can get 50 cells and the key. And if I remember correctly, SocialPoint used to sell this for $5, $4.99, in order to get the key and some cells. So the fact that they're giving it away for 350 gems, I believe that's a good thing, right? Yeah, because Cracklin Quest, so you could buy it either for $10 or 350 gems, which doesn't make much sense to me because, let's see, how much does 10 gems normally give you? How much does $10 normally give you? 300. Okay, so I guess it's roughly around the same value, because if you were to buy the bucket of gems on a 50% discount, you'd get 300 gems for $10. So the fact that you can spend 50 extra gems and get the Cracklin quest and the key, I guess it's kind of worth it. So yeah, this is the first time SocialPoint has done it. Normally they've done a chest, I believe it costs like 50 gems, maybe 25 gems, although I'm leaning towards 50, where you would get anywhere from like 5 to 20 cells. So you would have to keep buying and buying the chest, hoping you would get the 20 cells, and most of the time you would get the 5. So that's how they used to do quest chests. So the fact that you can get a brand new mythic monster for 350 gems, it's not that bad, honestly. Especially when you consider that you could also like buy a super expensive mythic monster for like also like $50, right? Is that how much Abysmus cost? And like the unique one or the team race that you have to devote a lot of gems towards, and you might not end up getting them. So the best way to get a mythic monster is still via the maze, right? Get it completely free to play, very easy to do. I have plenty of videos telling you guys how to go about the maze. You could also save for the next event going on, which is the Rah event. So, you know, that's ultimately up to you. Do you want to spend 350 on Cracklin, or do you want to spend your 300 gems roughly on Rah? That's ultimately up to you. With that being said, I do want to say it's not that bad of a purchase, I think, if you can, because you can grind the 350 gems. That's not too tough to do. So with that being said, let's just actually play through this. In case you decide to play through it, you'll notice that you actually get 50 cells here. You get 5 and 5, that's 10, and 10, that's 20. 10 more, that's 30, and the last 20, that is 50. So if you buy the chest, you'll get all 100, and you'll be able to craft this monster. I'm not planning to do it because I'd like the monster, but I remember not being that impressed with the monster. So I think I'm just gonna skip through this. So let me just put on some slightly more competitive monsters. I think we're good with this. And I think if you have yourself, I think with most monsters, yeah, the first ones are very easy, they're level 50. I think they're scaled based on your monsters, so don't, if you see, I'm going to go through the stats on all the monsters, but they might not be exactly the same as what they are on yours. You can spin the roulette wheel for some gold. I might skip this since I don't really need that. Actually, I shouldn't say that because during the live stream I ran out of gold. But yeah, I guess I'll just play through the whole entire thing. It shouldn't take too long. It does require stamina, but I believe I still need to pick up my stamina. So yeah, I can auto most of these. And I think after the first node, I'll start showing their monster stats. But again, I do believe they're scaled to like individual monster stats, or your individual monster stats. So because I have like ranked up certain monsters, that's why they're different levels. If they are different levels, I'm not 100% sure. Let's see how far we can get. Fight. I wish. Yeah, because look at that. Level 3 runes. What are they? Barely level 60. Auto. Must scream. Even my rack, my denier was able to beat them. I think I am gonna exit out. Yeah, I'm exit out. I feel like there is a time when there's gonna be monster cells, and I definitely don't want to skip out during that. Also, oh, you get gems too, so you get 2 gems. Also, be mindful that this is a survival dungeon. It is not a regular dungeon. So, if you lose a monster, the monster is gone for good. So you do not want to lose your monsters, right? Lose a monster, it's gone for good. So you do got to be careful when you do this event. The one thing I don't like about these quest events is the fact that it's a breeding event first of all, right? And if you manage to successfully breed a legendary monster, you unlock the key and you get cells. They only give you 20 cells. So if you got 20 cells for the breeding event, and then you get the 50 cells here, that's only 70. Even if you got lucky and got a second legendary monster and got 40 cells, you would still be 10 cells shy. So it's almost like you have to buy the chest, which that I'm not a fan of. I wish they would make it so you could complete the entire quest. So why can't it be that you get like 50 cells if you successfully breed a legendary monster? Or maybe, you know what? They should keep it at 20. and they should increase the number of cells you get in the survival quest. Instead of 50, they should make it 80. So that way, whatever legendary monster you get your 20 cells, and then you get 80 from doing this. I think that would make more sense than the way they do it now, where you can only get 50 and 20 for breeding, and then, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's very dumb. I'm not a fan of it. Let's just keep doing perfect system. Maybe a smart idea here would be to bring a monster that can hold a stamina regen relic, right? Energizer staff, Cane of Atlantis if you have that. Just anything that can recover your stamina if you know the enemy is faster than you. Be careful. Honestly, I actually don't need to show the stats, because as soon as you go into the next node, before you battle, you can click on the stats of all the enemy monsters, right? So you know who you're going up against. Level doesn't matter because you can see their stats. Speaking about taking my own advice, let me change team. And I think you can hold... See, this monster can hold double staffs, so I'm fortunate enough to have the Cane of Atlantis, so I'll just swap that out for a very quick Cane of Atlantis. If I'm scared about losing a monster, maybe, again, depending on what you have, click on feed. I know I have a mask that can give all of my teammates a shield, so I can do Talonese mask. All of my teammates will not have armor. I can do Jikugan sword, so I can deal some extra damage in case I'm worried about that. And then I can click fight, and then this scares me. Anytime the game crashes, I'm scared, because what if I go back into the game and because it's a survival dungeon, I lose my monsters? It's happened before on a Nemesis survival dungeon, and I cried because I lost a ton of gems, I lost a ton of orbs, and I lost a diamond relic. And I did contact SocialPoint, and all they said was, here's 40 gems. It was the saddest thing ever. But let's click on here, and let's hope my monsters are still alive. Okay, it looks like my monsters are still alive. I'm out of attacks, which are fine. So I lost the attack, but my monsters are still alive. I do believe I still need to pick up my 15. No, I don't. So, shoot. This always happens to me when I make these kinds of videos. Which is fine, because instead I will just record back when I have 6 more attacks. So I will see you guys soon. Alright, so before the game crashed, as I was saying, Cane of Atlantis on a monster, if you can hold it, and then maybe a mask, shield, some sort of shield, an armor, if you have armor on one of your monsters, just to protect everyone. So now when I click fight, take a look at this. Cane of Atlantis is going to activate. Oh, did it not activate? What? Do I not know? When the turn starts, if any ally stamina is below. Oh, does he need to go first? So let me just recharge and see what happens. I don't even know how to play the games, guys. Why are you watching me? Alright, we'll just do the perfect system. I thought it was one of those where it had to activate at the start. When the turn starts, is it when his turn starts? Should I make him go first? So basically just work with your relics, work with what you have. I think I will repeat that forever, because not everyone has access to the same stuff. Not everyone has a diamond Cane of Atlantis. Not everyone has a Talonese mask or 2. So just work with what you have. So, and it's quite possible that you can't make it, and that's just something you kind of have to deal with for now. And just use that as a motivation so that you can tell yourself, next time there's an island, I'm going to be ready for it. Next time, I'm going to make sure I have whatever I need that's required so that I can make it. So it's going to differ from person to person. I actually also realized I don't have all of my stamina yet. I only have 4 stamina. So we're probably just going to make it to the second node, and then we'll end there. One of the good things about doing this, and it's why I recommend doing the breeding event anyways. I don't recommend you spend gems on the breeding event, but I do recommend you do it anyways, because take a look at this. I am getting a couple gems just by doing a playthrough through this, so that's pretty good. And the monsters are getting stronger. They're 85 now, but fortunately I have my team race monster, so I can literally just perfect system all the way, and I imagine I'll be able to pretty much just beat everyone up until the end. So we'll see how this plays out. Alright, we are at the boss node now, so 5 more Kralik cells, and let's see how this one is. It is Malaire, Lernian, and all magic monsters, so that makes it easier for me. Recharge. And we'll do this. I actually don't know why I did that. We will recharge. And the perfect system. And there we go. Avenger Sword, whatever. And spin the roulette wheel or exit out. It's just gold. If you need the gold, spin the roulette wheel. If it's taking too long to load, I would just exit out. But I feel like towards the end, there are like monster cells. So don't always skip towards the end. Alright, so we'll be back in a couple minutes. And then we can continue. There's going to be some food on the next node. So that's great. Alright, and so our quest to finish the quest Monster Survival Dungeon continues, and I should be able to finish it with this playthrough, because even if I run out of my 6 stamina points, it is about to reset. Well, not reset, but I'm gonna get my 15 stamina points. So here we go, perfect system, pretty straightforward. This might be a little boring if you, I don't know, I'm basically just this. I feel like I'm doing an adventure map and I am just autoing and killing the pandakins or something. I don't know, it feels a little too easy. But I guess I can go over some tips and tricks and advice. Always make sure your stamina is recovered before you go on to the next node if you can, especially if you can deny, that'll be good. If you can have a monster that heals, that'll also be good. That way you can heal before the start of the battle, or before the start of the next battle. So again, it's hard to give like general advice. Well, it's hard to give specific advice just because everyone has different monsters. And in case there's going to be a question like, Armor, I have monster XYZ, can I win? I really don't know, because it also depends on relics and runes and everything. Like, there's a lot that goes into whether or not you can beat this, depending on what you have. If you have the team race monster, like, look how easy it is. I'm literally just... Yeah, I feel like SocialPoint is going to have to make these harder eventually, because if you have a Mythic monster, because they have crazy stats, look at the turn order. Like, all I have to do is kill that one monster in Teander. Let me recharge. Oh, let me recharge again. Or let me, watch, like, let me immobilize in Teander, or total blind them. And then my race monster, because it's so fast, it gets a lot of turns in that it can easily kill the enemy. So I can go like 2 speed, 1 strength. There's a lot of different things I can do. I feel like I could probably make my other monster faster to have my race monster recover with Cane of Atlantis. I don't know. But I think I'm fine for now. I don't think I really need to focus. So if anything, it's just a playthrough to see the monsters you're facing, the gems you're getting, the cells you're getting, and it's pretty straightforward. What are they? Are they final level 100, level 1? Nope, they're barely level 90. So I'm going to recharge, perfect system, and OTK non-stop. Yeah, it's so easy with a team race monster, but even without a team race monster, just focus on making sure before you go to the next battle that you are ready for anything. Make sure you're faster than the enemy denier. Well, actually, I really don't feel like there is an enemy denier in every battle. Just make sure you're faster than the enemy and that you can immobilize them, you can deny them, you can stop them. I mean, look at their runes, my goodness. Stamina? They're so slow. I'm just gonna recharge this point so all my monsters can be good. So see, just like doing that and then obliterating them at the end. There's so many Avenger swords. They keep trying to chip away at my life like very slowly, but I'm not gonna let them do that. Yeah, spin the roulette wheel if you're low on gold. If it takes too long, I'm just gonna exit out. All right, what time is it? It is. Oh man, I'm gonna have to wait those 7 minutes to be able to get more. Yeah, Oros with a lot of life. Recharge. I could also make them weak to metal if I had to, but I don't need to since I have this monster. I guess we'll stop for time, spin the roulette wheel, but regardless, I am just gonna have to go into my goals and get the extra stamina whenever it is 5 PM and they reset. So 5k, that's fine. And let's see, how far are we? We are gonna approach the 10 and then the 20. So yeah, guys, I will see you guys shortly again. Alright, I'm back with my 15 plus stamina. Let's do this. Let's finish this finally. Attacking, fights, let's see. Lots of life runes, strength on short, easy enough. 3000 speed. Yeah, I think most people will have no problem battling this. Even if you don't have super strong monsters the way I do, I think you'll be more than fine. You survived. No one's ever survived. How did you survive? I should have done URCLA on him. URCLU on him. Wow, Gangstersaurus staying alive. Not for long though. Well, he didn't stay alive that long. Alright, I'll spin the roulette wheel. So I might be wrong about there being cells towards the end. I really thought there were cells. It might be cool since this is like a quest-based survival dungeon, if SocialPoint would add like, just like they do when it's the bronze relic chest, if they would add like some quest monster cells. That would be really cool. Alright, so we have some life runes, some strength runes on Tankarion. I might not kill Tankarion. Yeah, I might not be able to OTK him. Let's see. Perfect system. Oh, no, I did. So he's not much of a problem. Why did Gangstersaurus of all monsters actually survive? That was weird. He shouldn't have survived. That was really weird. Alright. 5k. Yeah, it'd be nice if they added something a little nicer than food. Than gold, I mean. Something a little nicer than gold. But nonetheless, we shall continue. Or even like 1 Mythic Amber, even Elementium. Just something that is a little more useful. Alright, still with the 3000 base speeds. Perfect system. I feel like swapping out Myrak. I don't even need her. I don't even use her. Maybe another team speed holder. Maybe another monster, like I said, that can utilize Cane of Atlantis right at the start. Alright, exit out. And I think we have, what, like 5 more nodes? Or 6 more nodes, counting this, like, boss node. And Kralik. I think at the very last node, I'm going to fight Kralik. And, oh, here we have a speedy Galante. So finally a Galante. So this one is packing 3 level 7 runes, and he is 6000 speed. But yeah, look at the turn order. He actually would have gone right next to me, and he would have done possession. So if anything, be careful for that one. Just make sure you're ready to handle some sort of possession from Galante. But if you're good, then you're good, right? And I'm gonna exit out. All right, so I got my 10 Kralik cells, and that puts me at 40 from the survival dungeon. So I'm gonna get, wait, no, 30, I think. Yeah, that puts me at 30. And recharge, 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 and the perfect system. Awesome. Very awesome. Alright, let's see if I'm right or wrong about being monster cells or it's still gold. Now that I reached the final nodes. Let's see if I am right or if I am wrong. It is still gold. Okay. Still gold, so not a problem whatsoever. Ooh, 20k, at least that's the highest amount I could get. Alright, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 nodes away. Let's do this. Fight. Lots of life, team life, and this should be pretty straightforward. Let's see, 3,000 speeds, yeah. Perfect system. Ooh, Flamarion survived. Nope. Nope, how did Gangstersaurus survive? I need to go back and see the video because I'm confused. Of all monsters, for him to survive, he was probably packing like level 7 individual runes, and because he's metal, somehow I guess he survived. I guess 8,000 food, that's helpful. Alright, Carlo could. Why stamina? I don't even know what's the point of putting stamina, or what's the point of even putting runes? Just increase your stats or something. And Baylor survived this time. Alright, so monsters are surviving. I'm not liking that. Recharge here. Games. Awesome. And we'll spin the roulette wheel. Spin the roulette wheel. Spin the roulette wheel. I'm waiting just in case I'm wrong and there actually is some amazing rewards, but it really doesn't appear like there is anything. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna kind of leave it alone. Alright, Jazzstar. Okay, so here we have a fast Jazzstar. Look at him with the 7,000 speed. So if anything, be careful for that. We have a Holter. Oh, he's gonna survive, so URCLU, and then perfect. So he still survived. Wow. Quite tanky then. And there my Can of Atlantis did kick in. I feel like Nanovirus can take him out. Let me see. I might risk it. Oh, even with the armor, yeah, Nanovirus killed him. So that's kind of one of those smart plays where, like, recharge with all your monsters. If you apply a DOT on a monster and you know they're gonna die, don't even bother wasting stamina on them since the DOT is gonna kill them. So use that to your advantage, alright guys? Always, always, always use that to your advantage. Nice spin, 5k. Alright, so yeah, ignore what I said about the beginning, like, you have to spin for cells or anything. It's all gold, so if you don't really need the gold and you want to push through it, you can just actually push through it. So we have our mythic monster, Kralik there. He is only level 100, I think, 115, but stats are all low. You're totally fine. You guys got this. We'll do a random control skill, and it just happens to be freeze, so he doesn't get hit with freeze. And perfect system, I gave a metal weakness, so very strong. And there you go. We have successfully finished the whole entire quest survival dungeon. It really wasn't bad, but it really does depend on what monsters you have, what monsters you don't have access to. So with that being said, when all is said and done, let me exit out of here. When all is said and done, you will complete node 25. It'll say completed, and if you check your monster vault, you should have a total of 70 at the very least. You should have a total of 70 Kralik, 70 cells. 20 if you bred at least one of the monsters. I bred Makugan, and then 50 from the survival dungeon. So if you need the monster, you need to go. If you want to get the monster, you need to purchase this thing, unfortunately. You know what, thinking back now that I was able to get 70, I wish that random chest was still available. Because, again, 50 gems for, like, 5 to 20 cells. If you buy it, like, 3 times. If you buy it 2 times, you might have gotten the monster. But now you gotta spend 350 for a guaranteed. I don't like this. I'm not a fan. I like it because for 350 gems, you can get a mythic monster. But I don't like it because if you do breed a legendary, let's say you bred 2 legendaries, you would have 90 cells. So then you still can't get Kralik without purchasing 350. So I don't like this. I'm not a fan. I like it, but I don't like it, if that makes sense. I like the fact that you could get a mythic monster for 350 gems without having to put any effort in breeding. But if you did put the effort in breeding, and let's say you gemmed a couple breeds, and you got 2 legendaries, and you have 40 cells, and then you're like, ooh, yay, I get to do the survival dungeon. And then you only end up with 90 and you still can't craft the monster, not a fan. So I really think SocialPoint needs to increase this. Personally, I would like it increased to 80. If you can get 80 mythic monster cells from the survival dungeon, and then 20 from whatever legendary you breed, that would be awesome. That would be super awesome. But to only get 50... that's not cool. But yeah, guys, I'll leave you guys with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was helpful. If it was boring, I apologize. But with that being said, I will see you all next time. Remember to subscribe.